So the limited time Fasnacht Day parade launched in Fallout 76 March 19th and plans to end on March 26th. So that gives us a 7-day time frame to be able to get these unique limited time rewards. Keep that in mind, with this event being limited time, that means these specific rewards that we can obtain from this event will be considered really high trade value items. I believe this parade event will be a yearly thing, and who knows, maybe next time it rolls around there will be different masks and you won't be able to obtain these same ones that were from year 1. So with that in mind, I highly suggest grinding this Fasnacht parade event for these limited time rewards while you still can. It will be ending March 27th, and even if you don't really like the rewards, once again, in the future, these could be really worth something because we may not be able to get some of these next time around. So in this video, I'm going to be showing exactly how to do this event and going over the rewards that are possible to obtain out of this limited time event, as well as a few secrets. First off, this event will be in Helvetia, which is actually a real life location that this Fasnacht event is celebrated at in West Virginia. And if the event isn't here on the map, it could have been just completed recently, or you are from the future and it's after March 26th where this event is no longer active anymore. Anyways, if that's not the case, all you have to do to find the event is hop servers at Helvetia until you see the Fasnacht Day event pop up on the screen. Anyways, now to begin this event, we have to talk to the Master of Ceremonies, which typically there's someone already here that's already started it and is already looking for the Protectrons. It's true. But yeah, anyways, the Master of Ceremonies is the leader of the parade, and if you get the chance at being one of the first people to talk to him to start this event, here is what he'll say.
Welcome, one and all, to Helvetia, the home of Appalachia's best, and truth be told, only Fasnacht celebration. There is lots of fun to be had during Fasnacht. We have wonderful foods for you to sample, including our very own special donuts and sausages. And Fasnacht wouldn't be right without a parade and the bonfire, where Old Man Winter meets his match. Ha-ha! Literally, a match. It's a bonfire. Ha! The parade starts soon. Well, it will start soon if these sluggard marchers get into position in time. Do me a favor and remind them to get cracking.
So as you just heard, now we have to locate his Protectrons. There is a total of 8 different Protectrons, but we only have to rally up 5 of them each time we do this event. With that in mind, you have a chance at getting different Protectrons that will have you doing different tasks each time you participate in this. I'll go ahead and go over where each one is located at and as well as how to do each one, just so more people know for future reference for grinding out this event for the limited time rewards. So starting with the Joyous Musician Protectrons task, this one is very simple. As you can see at the top right, we're just going to have to make music, and there's stuff to make music right here on this stage next to this Joyous Musician. And you'll slowly complete this. The more players that are creating music on this stage, the faster this task will be done. I gotta say, I did get a little kick out of this Protectron singing. I just enjoy the fact that they decided to add a little bit more humor into the game. I feel like it makes it more entertaining to go through these challenges. Anyways, the next one is right across the street. This one will be the Baker Protectron. And basically this Protectron will need us to gather eggs, which will be rad toad eggs. And we can find all of these out back around the stream. We'll need to collect 20 eggs for this baker. Also, for future reference, the angry horde of rad toads that we have to face here later on in the event, be sure to collect the eggs off of them and use them to make the process go by faster in another event while you're grinding. That could help you save a little bit of time instead of having to search for them down below in the stream. Either way, they're not that difficult to locate. But once you got the rad toad eggs, you're just going to have to simply take them back to the baker area and deposit them into the baker's pantry here, as you can see.
Egg count greater than required egg count. Donut functions complete.
Next up will be the Beekeeper Protectron. This is across the bridge from where the Baker Protectron was located at. And this guy will require us to take out 3 honeybeasts, which are giant mutated bees, by the way. And these will be located around this area where you talk to the Beekeeper Protectron at, and also possibly over by the Decorative Protectron, which we'll be getting into next here. So yeah, once you take out the honeybeast, that will complete this Protectron's task. Once again, not that difficult. All these are just pretty much tedious. So yeah, next up here, we're going to head over to the Decorative Protectron. In case you don't know how to complete this one inside this building, its task will be just to simply choose the decorations that you want to see around. And as you can see, you just go up to them and then select them, and it'll give you a few options to choose from. Just choose the one that you want, and after a while, when you choose enough decorations, that will complete its task. Super simple. Honestly, this one's pretty interesting because you can actually see the after effects. Like, our selections actually matter on what the outcome is going to look like here. You have that choice of freedom, which I think is pretty cool. So next up here from the decorative room, I want to go over to this area once again, back here where the Beekeeper Protectron is at. Except instead of heading toward the Beekeeper, we're going to be heading toward this building up here. As you can see, here's a little bit of the environment around this building. Inside here will be the Historian Protectron. Now this Protectron will want us to collect 10 historical steins located around Helvetia. This is basically like a little Easter egg hunt. To get you kick-started, there's one located right next to the Historian Protectron. And if you head outside of this building and go down toward where the Decorator Protectron can sometimes spawn at, outside of this building here, you can find quite a few. There will be one located on the side, 2 located in the front, there will be one underneath the bench here. And also, if you head on inside this building, you can find 3 in here. And also, not to mention, across the street where the Candlemaker Protectron can sometimes be located at, you can find one up on this porch. But yeah, eventually once you get 10, you're gonna have to turn those in, and that will complete its task. But anyways, from this Protectron, you can also have a chance at a possible Protectron spawning over here in front of this church. As you can see, I'm kind of giving like a guided tour through the town by going toward each Protectron that you might have to find during each parade event. But yeah, over here, sometimes the woodcutting Protectron can spawn here. And what you're going to have to do is build the bonfire by collecting wood around the area. There is plenty of logs to gather around the church and across the street from the church. And also, not to mention, another hot spot for a lot of wood around this vicinity is behind this restaurant where the Baker Protectron was located at. As you can see, there is piles of wood behind here. But yeah, eventually, once you get all of the 50 that is required dropped off at the bonfire, you will notice that that will automatically spawn in the bonfire that we'll be using to celebrate at the end of this event, which I think is pretty cool. Anyways, from this church here, the next Protectron that we'll be heading to is the Candlemaker, which is located right inside this building here. Now the Candlemaker will be wanting beeswax, and we'll have to donate it into this box here. And all of this can be located in the honey house. Literally all of the beeswax that you'll need for this task. Once inside here, you're just going to have to look through the hives, and as you can see, you can loot their beeswax. But of course, you may just get attacked by a swarm of bees, so be prepared for that. Anyways, once you got enough beeswax, just go return that to the Candlemaker, and that Protectron will get ready to march in the parade. Anyways, last and final Protectron that you have a chance at encountering once again. Not all of these will be here during each parade event, but this next one is located inside this building here, and this will be the Butcher Protectron. Now its task really isn't all that difficult. We're just going to have to deliver intestines to it so it can create the Fasnacht sausages, which, by the way, keep in mind you can unlock this recipe as a reward for completing this event. I'll be going over all of that after I go over the parade event itself. Anyways, if you do get this task, a very easy way to get all of the intestines that you'll need is by going over here in this part of the area. Over here you can find that all of the animals spawn in this general location. Like, they'll continue to spawn over and over, and I mean, you get the point. you'll encounter squirrels, more squirrels, maybe a rabbit or a possum here and there as well, but mainly squirrels. Keep in mind, once again, this is a spawn location for the animals, I'm guessing for specifically this event. Either way, this is a great way to not only get the intestines and complete the task, but to just stock up on food in general so you can use it later. Just make sure to cook it. But anyways, when you got enough intestines, which should go by pretty fast because once again, that area is a spawn location, you just want to head back over to where the butcher is located at and drop these off in the freezer here. And that will complete the task for the last and final Protectron that you can get to March in this Fasnacht parade. Honestly, this would be kind of cool to look back on after this limited time event goes away, because some of us may forget a lot of what we did during this event. I know I tend to be forgetful at times. Also, maybe some players didn't even get to experience this, and they may be just curious on what this event was all about. I mean, it's pretty cool to think about. So when you get all the Protectrons that you need to march with you in the parade, that is when the parade will officially start. Now let's go ahead and get into a little bit of this. First and foremost, I just want to throw it out there. Maybe take a weapon off a scorched enemy around Helvetia or something, because I see too many people rocking an explosive weapon against these level 5 rad toads. Come on, I mean, it's cool, you got an awesome gun, awesome, but I mean, that's a little bit of an overkill, don't you think? Not many other players get to experience even getting a little bit of a hit in, because they just all go down in one hit. But hey, I mean, I get it. You just want to get through the parade as fast as possible. But for those of you that may care about other people's experience, please just don't even use a weapon on the rad toad part. And if you don't want to do unarmed here, maybe just pick up a weapon off a scorched enemy so you're not doing as heavy of damage so other players can get experience and loot. Because like I mentioned before, getting the eggs off these rad toads can give you a head start at this Baker Protectron. Anyways, yeah, so this will be the first stop in the parade. We'll have to take on this angry horde of mutated toads. But once that's all said and done, we'll continue to march on across the bridge over to this general area. And over here will be tons of suicide bombers. So yeah, keep that in mind. This is just a huge super mutant ambush. Just be cautious. If you have marsupial, good for you. You should be completely safe then. Just jump on top of things and take out those bombers, because they are everywhere around here. Anyways, next stop will be one of the most important stops. It'll be the end of the parade, and also we'll get to go against a legendary Mega Sloth, which is great. It's great. But this thing goes down in a millisecond with how many players are here going through this parade typically. So please, once again, just take a weapon off a scorched enemy that you may have encountered around this area and just use that, so other players can also have a chance at getting legendaries. Especially the low levels. Those are the guys that actually need this stuff. I feel like a lot of the good players are not even realizing maybe that they're ruining a lot of other players' experiences, especially the players that are just starting out. Okay, so as for the rewards that you get for the end of this event, when we light the bonfire, keep in mind these were all data mined, and I'll have a link down below in the description to this info that I am providing for you all. But we have a chance at being rewarded the Owl Mask, the Jester Mask, the Goblin Mask, the Witch Mask, the Toothy Man Mask, the Soldier Mask, the Giant Mask, the Winter Man Mask. This is a very, very rare drop. And also the Sun Mask and Skull Mask. Now there are quite a bit of really, really rare masks to get, and I'm sure most of you that have done this event are aware of those. And Bethesda actually responded about the drop rate with these masks and had said that they are looking into improvements for the drop rates. As you can see here in this Reddit post that was made by Waffle Cop, it had mentioned in the research of this post that across 751 responses over having these rare masks, only one responded that they had a rare drop. 5 people claimed to have one but could not provide proof, so they were removed from the statistics. But it's good to know Bethesda's getting on top of this. As you can see, they responded to this post saying thanks for your feedback, and they're going to look into improvements that they can make for the drop rate. But yeah, also something else interesting about these masks, you can actually get an interesting reaction from going up to the Master of Ceremonies and interacting with it with one of these masks on that you have.
Don't fly away just yet. Fasnacht is coming. You haven't been lying, have you? Aren't you a little tall for a Napoleon? Ah, a mole rat. Oh, a mole rat. Oh, sorry, I mistook you for something else. Not late on my watch. Oh no, it's a Swiss watch. Very reliable. Ha-ha! Don't let the bonfire startle you. We're much more pleasant than Salem. For the next Fasnacht. But come back soon and join the fun. You're looking a little green in the gills.
So yeah, that's it for the mask. You can get a Fasnacht bear as well. As you can see, here's what that looks like. Also, there are food recipes that you can get rewarded from completing this event, such as the Fasnacht donuts, as you can see, as well as the Fasnacht sausages. And there is a lot of camp plans as well that you can get rewarded from this event, such as the Fasnacht flagpole, the Fasnacht confetti pile, the Fasnacht balloons, the party streamers, the branch garland, the mounted ribbons, the hanging ribbons, the pole lantern, the ribbons pole, hanging snowflakes, mounted flag, Helvetia garland, and old man winter effigy. So yeah, we have quite a bit that we can get during this limited time event. Good luck to everyone, and I hope this guide actually helps out, because this took forever to make, and I was hoping to get it out there before this limited time event actually ended. And at the moment, there's a few days left, so that's good. I'm out of here though, everybody. Thanks for taking the time to watch and listen. Until next time, peace.